I'm sorry, huh? About at the end. About no, something. Yeah, not about the can. The can of destiny. No, I'm going to talk at the end. When you say anything. Other than that, nothing.
Yeah.
Dan analyzing?
Dana analyzing.
Oh, Dan analyzing.
Remember the contraption that we boobied up to for the COVID with the broomstick? You can write a book. Yeah, I know. Oh, the sheriff's here. I just noticed that. Former sheriff.
So Dan analyzing is the one's going to pull it, right? Just to clear it. Them two?
We'll find out.
All right, cool. So, Ibn. Turn and sit down. Love it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I call to order the meeting of the Philadelphia City Commissioners Board of Election for Tuesday, March the 18th, 2025. This meeting is in compliance with the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act. The Philadelphia City Commissioners are a three-member bipartisan board of elected officials in charge of elections and voter registrations for the city of Philadelphia. Each commissioner is elected to serve a four-year term that coincides with the municipal election cycle for mayor and city council. The commissioners set and enforce departmental policies to administer voter registration and conduct elections in accordance with federal and state voter registration and election laws. The city commissioners were created by the Pennsylvania Assembly in 1711 with a focus on taxation and held various regulatory powers throughout the centuries. The commissioners started maintaining voter lists in 1799 and took on more election-related responsibilities, but didn't emerge in its current form until the adoption of the Philadelphia Home Rule Charter in 1951. We will start off with public comments. Before beginning their comments, commenters shall state where they live or if they are not a resident of Philadelphia and that they are a Philadelphia taxpayer. Public comment is not an opportunity for dialogue or Q&A. It is public comment, a chance for you to tell us what you think. Each speaker will have 2 minutes to speak. However, I may extend the time at my discretion. Public comment must concern matters on today's meeting agenda. Finally, it is my responsibility to preserve the order and decorum of the meetings. As such, profane, slanderous, discriminatory, personal attacks will not be tolerated. If you wish to make a public objection to a perceived Sunshine Act violation, please raise your hand and I will recognize you. Outbursts will not be tolerated. Anyone wishing to offer public comment, please step forward. Hearing none, we will now move to a report from Secretary for email public comments. Commissioner Bluestein, are there any email public comments?
As of 9:45 a.m., there were no email public comments.
Thank you very much. We will now proceed to new business. We will begin by considering our first agenda item, drawing of the ballot positions. Good morning, Dana and Liza.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Oh, proceed, Dana. Sorry.
All right, so the ballot position drawing procedure for the 2025 municipal primary election will be as follows. Each candidate who filed complete nomination petitions for a local office will have the opportunity to draw a lot to determine their ballot position on the 2025 primary ballot. For those candidates who wish to use a proxy to draw for their ballot position, the candidate must authorize the selected individual by filing a proxy form or a letter signed by the candidate with the County Board of Elections. Candidates who draw number 1 will be placed first on the ballot. Those that draw number 2 will be placed second on the ballot, and so on. We will begin with the office of District Attorney in the Democratic Party, then the Republican Party, followed by City Controller in the Democratic Party, then the Republican Party. Once concluded, we'll proceed to Election Board candidates for the Democratic Party, followed by Republican Party. We will prioritize races where the candidate or a candidate's proxy is ready to draw. For Election Board candidates, we will draw in ward and division order. In each division, we will draw for Judge of Election before Inspector of Election. In races where a candidate or proxy is present, the candidate who has the earliest timestamp on their nomination petition will draw first, regardless of whether the candidate or candidate's proxy with the earlier timestamp is present. For offices drawn this way, if the candidate or candidate's proxy is not present, a County Board of Elections employee will draw on their behalf. For races where there are no candidates or candidates' proxies ready to draw, we will use a random function in Excel to assign ballot positions. The Excel function will only be used for races where no individual has already drawn. The Excel spreadsheet will randomly assign a number between 0 and 1 to each candidate. The candidate with the largest number will be assigned the first position on the ballot. The candidate will have the second largest number will be assigned the second position, and so on. Once ballot positions have been drawn either in person or through Excel, we will not redraw for any reason.
First, we have Democratic District Attorney Larry Krasner. Larry Krasner has drawn number 2.
Wonder what's in there.
Democratic District Attorney.
Oh, wait, Pat Dugan. Wait, guys, gotta keep 2 out.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Put them both in there? What if it's a draw? Counts his name. How tall are you? Number 1. So we forget. Thank you.
Next, we have Democratic. Pat Dugan's pulled number 1. Next, we have Democratic City Controller Christy Brady. Miss Joan Meehan will be pulling for her. Christy Brady has drawn ball number 2.
Dana, excuse me. No, hold on one second. Dana.
Oh, funny. I don't know. I don't understand. Why is it there? It isn't funny.
It's number one this time.
Wow! Yay! What a surprise!
Sorry.
Christy Brady has drawn ball number 1.
Christy Brady's mom drew number 1.
Next, we have Republican candidate Ari Petrinos for City Controller. Ari has drawn ball number 1.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That is our last item on the agenda. Before we adjourn, Commissioner Dilly, do you have any other business to be raised at this meeting?
I do, Chairman.
Proceed.
March is colorectal cancer awareness month. And as many of you know, we lost my former chief deputy, Tim Dowling, to colon cancer this time last year. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and beatable with early and regular testing. To help stamp out this horrible disease, this Saturday, March 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., myself and Representative Jordan Harris will be hosting the Tiffany Harris and Timmy Dowling Memorial Colorectal Cancer Awareness and Prevention event at Councilmember Ketsi Lozada's Thriving Together Expo Resource Fair. Staff from Penn Medicine will be on hand to answer questions, provide information, and distribute home testing kits to eligible patients. Home testing kits are great for people who hate going to the doctor. But even if you are not in the eligible age range, if you have symptoms or would just like to get more information, you should come out, because the Penn Medicine staff can find you help. Colon cancer is affecting younger and younger people every day. Tiffany Harris was in her mid-30s when she was diagnosed, and Representative Harris is now working to lower the eligibility ages so that more people get tested. Finally, according to the American Cancer Society, colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States, with higher rates in the Black community than any other racial ethnic group. Black Americans are 20% more likely to get colorectal cancer and 40% more likely to die of it compared to most other groups. So those listening to this in the African American community, please come out to this event or schedule an appointment with your doctor to get tested. If I could take a moment of silence, please, to remember Tiffany and Timmy Dowling at this time, Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Dilly. Secretary Bluestein, do you have any other business to be raised at this meeting?
I have nothing to add. Thank you, Chairman.
Chairman, I just want to make sure nobody forgot to sign in. If anybody wanted to pull for election board workers, I want to make sure nobody's here.
Okay, were there anyone here that wanted to sign for election board workers? Present?
No? Okay.
Thank you. Well, I would like to thank staff. This is a time-honored process which occurred today. It's the Horn and Henry Coffee Can, affectionately known as the can of destiny. For over 40 years, this iconic relic, Philadelphia's past, has been used in ballot drawings to assure a fair and impartial selection of candidate positions. So I'd like to thank our staff as always. And, people say that these elections are off-year elections. I say these elections are on. So please remind family and friends of how critical this election is on Tuesday, May the 20th. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn today's meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Secretary Bluestein, please call the roll.
Vice Chair Deely.
Aye.
I vote aye. Chairman Sabir.
Aye. This meeting is adjourned.